I hate when he makes shots because he's so unorthodox, and it's like, oh yeah, that's a miss, and then it goes straight in. You know, he's incredible, and I thought he carried them all night tonight.
Before I begin, I played that clip for y'all to show that there is clearly a decent level of respect that Kevin Durant has for Nikola Jokic. It looks like there's a bigger point that he's trying to make. When I read some of the things he's saying in this tweet, it seems as though he's having an issue with American fans who are cheering because they're really Nuggets fans and they want Nikola Jokic to win, so they're kind of on Serbia's side as opposed to being on the side of Team USA. That's what it appears to be. I could be wrong, but there's another tweet that I'm going to show that leans into that possibility. But first, let's go over KD saying to y'all Nuggets fans, nobody gives a F who you think is the best player in the league. That stood out to me. It shows that in a subtle way, KD could be saying, look, we respect him, as I was saying earlier, but us NBA players, we don't see Nikola Jokic as the best player in the league. Again, this is just me looking from a distance, reading between the lines, and really trying to see what's going on here. This is why I love when NBA players speak their mind. It shows they have a totally different perspective. Like for me, I'm not a Nuggets fan. I don't cheer for the Nuggets. I don't watch them religiously. But if you had to ask me who was the best player in the league, Nikola Jokic is probably the name that comes up number one at this moment. That could change, right? And so when Kevin Durant says what he says, let's look at the Athletic anonymous poll, for example. When you look at them asking NBA players, who do you think is the GOAT? You don't see other names like a Wilt Chamberlain or a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's straight a Michael Jordan, LeBron, and then even Kobe Bryant. Paul Pierce got a vote himself too. So their perspective on who they think is the best is a lot different than what us fans think and even what the media pushes. Now let me get into the other tweet I was mentioning that I wanted to show, where this user said Serbia just took the most talented team in the history of the planet to the wire with the medal on the line. Team USA was a 16-point favorite. The whole country should be proud. And he has a picture of Nikola Jokic. And KD responds to this tweet saying, where you from? Now, I don't know where this guy is from. It seems like KD is saying, and again, I could be wrong. Y'all let me know in the comment section how you interpret this or if some new information comes out. But it seems to me like he's saying, yo, aren't you from America? Why does it appear as though you're cheering for Nikola Jokic and what Serbia is doing as opposed to your home team? And if he is from America, that's a very valid point that KD is raising. We're going to really get into this whole worshiping players and idolization. That's the crux of what KD is pushing. As you see in this next tweet that I'm going to read, where Kevin Durant responds to a fan by saying, let's talk about the fan culture that's been created recently. A lot of huge egos who believe they are the reason for the advancement of a sport. A lot of idol worship, a lot of hate and division based off wins and losses. A lot of disrespect of the work being put in by these incredible athletes, mostly by people who don't know what it takes to be good at anything besides talking. Go do something and get out of the way. First off, let me say this is why, for me personally, I don't call out players by their name. I don't insult them. I try to be as respectful and objective as possible with my analysis of what's going on in the game. This is also why you don't even hear me calling a player an NBA bust, like a Kwame Brown or whoever. I don't even say that title. Look, man, I grew up playing basketball like a lot of y'all, hoop dreaming. I got the chance to play at a university for an invitation-only tournament where they were trying to scout players, and there were small college coaches and, people there just trying to see if there was potential prospects. I bring that up because opportunities like that are nowhere near the NBA. I can only imagine the extra steps taken and needed to be done just to get to a college level on a roster, and not even like a D1, let alone a big school, and then actually declaring for the draft, So I got respect for what these guys do. That's basically what I'm saying. Now, in terms of the fan worship, that's what I really wanted to focus on. That's a gift and a curse, a double edge, because KD got to understand that level of people who are just so obsessed with the game and players and who are willing to even become stans and get into these unhealthy arguments sometimes and take things to a personal level where it doesn't need to be taken. That level of emotional connection and ties is why the NBA is one of the biggest brands and the biggest basketball brand in the world. It's the reason why fans come to the games and they cheer, they boo, they say all these nasty things. They're so emotionally invested in it. That's what brings the dollars, the money, and the business. It's hard to separate it, unfortunately, which makes it more of a balancing act for guys like me, since you have these two extreme sides where a whole fan base could be extremely hateful towards a player, and then you got a whole other side that's the opposite. They extremely worship this guy and they could do nothing wrong. And so if I say something favorable about a particular player, I could ignite that extreme hateful side that just wants to bash the player. And if I say something that is not in favor of somebody that everyone loves, then I get bashed by that side who worships that person and really puts them on a pedestal. You see this in politics as well, where there's very little neutrality or really just objectivity. It's about picking sides and fighting that side against the other side, whether you consider yourself quote unquote left or quote unquote right. In conclusion, if I had the chance, I would just tell KD that's not sports or just the NBA. That's life, human nature in general. The more fame, notoriety, and money involved is the more you're gonna have to deal with individuals who idolize y'all. It's just really that simple, whether you like it or not. Anyways, let me know what y'all think. Do you agree with what KD is saying? What do you think about his comments with Nikola Jokic? Especially the part where he said, we don't care what y'all Nuggets fans think when it comes to him being the best player in the world. Do you believe that KD is saying me, and other guys don't see him as the best? Hit me up in the comment section. I would love to get your thoughts and opinion on this. And as always, like, share, subscribe. Peace and salute for listening. Wait, I'm actually not done. One more thing to say. Check the description for Kobe Bryant's book, The Mamba Mentality. It's his own words. He's narrating stories and just everything that he went through in the NBA to build up the mentality that he's so known for right now. So again, check the description for it. It's an Amazon link. All right, now we out.